So you want to get fit and build some muscle, but you're too busy to start. Well, this is your starting point. This is a copy and paste 6-step blueprint that I guarantee you will make it easier than anyone or anything ever has. Because I'm in the business of uncomplicating things, unlike seemingly every other fitness YouTuber these days. You don't need 6 days in the gym, and you definitely don't need tips and tricks from TikTok. What you need is a blueprint. You just need simple steps that cover everything plainly. Copy and paste. This is gonna be kind of like having that friend who already knows what they're doing come and show you what to do from experience. Oh, and by the way, I'm Jason, I'm a father, and I work full-time in construction, so I do know a thing or two about building muscle on a tight schedule. All right, enough yap, let's get into it. These are the 6 steps that you're gonna need to know. All right, step 1, let's talk about weight training. Just kidding, sit down, let's talk about goals. But seriously, I know it's played out, but we do need to pick a goal. We'll call this your North Star, and you're gonna follow it. You either need to build muscle or lose fat. So let's just keep it simple. Take a look at your body. If you see it and you're hesitant to put on any more fat, then your North Star is fat loss. If you're skinny and you can spare to gain some fat in exchange for some muscle, then your North Star is muscle gain. And the problem that most beginners make is that they listen to people that tell them that they can do both. Doing both is called a body recomp. It's advanced and requires expert level tracking. Yeah, not so good for beginners. So what you actually do is just pick one path. It's not forever. Commit to one path for 3 to 4 months and learn the ropes of everything that we're about to talk about, and you will be in a much better position. So once you have a goal, you're ready for step 2. Step 2 is your nutrition, and to nail it properly, you're gonna need what I call your 3-tool kit. First thing that you'll need is a calorie calculator. Second thing you'll need is a food scale, because nobody accurately measures 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. And the third thing that you'll need is a tracking app. I use MacroFactor, but MyFitnessPal works fine. For the first one, a calorie calculator, just Google calorie calculator. You'll go on there, it'll ask you to enter some information, just enter it, and then you'll know roughly how many calories you'll be burning in a day. And then what you do from there is just adjust those calories based on the North Star that you selected in step 1. Building muscle, add 100 to 200 calories. Losing fat, subtract 100 to 200 calories. And for the macronutrients, just stick to what the calorie calculator recommends. Then you just enter those target numbers into the calorie tracker that you selected. Just weigh your food before you eat and enter that amount into the calorie tracker. Don't worry about trying to be perfect with hitting your goals right away. Just eat how you would, log it, and learn. With this process, there's no fad diets, no gimmicks. You just need those 3 tools to lock in your nutrition. Great, so you got your goal and you got your nutrition. How do you know any of this is working? Well, that's step 3, and I call it your progress compass. There's 3 things that will show you what direction that you're heading. The first thing is your body weight. Weigh in at the same time every morning. The key here is to not obsess over the daily number. Look only at your weekly and monthly averages. Never obsess over day-to-day weight. The next is progress pictures. Yes, you should take them, but do not take them weekly. Take them twice a month max. Take them in the same lighting in the same place every time. Last but most certainly not least, the thing a lot of people overlook as beginners is your gym log. Track every session. I use an app called Rep Count. I think it's simple and easy. Use any app you want, but the point here is that you want to aim to add weight, reps, or sets to each session when you can. Now here's the thing about the compass. If any progress stalls, you have those 3 markers to look back at, show you where you're lagging. So if your progress stalls, take a look at your average weights over time, take a look at your progress photos over time, or take a look at your gym log over time. If any of those has stalled, that might be your problem. Now for step 4, everybody's favorite, training. I'll cut to what's important here. You just need 3 to 4 days to train. Do not listen to influencers on this. Your life is not theirs. You are busy. I guarantee you, you will burn yourself out and therefore crash your progress if you are training 6 days a week in search of optimal volume. So a 4-day upper-lower split or any 3-day split will work just fine. I have videos that cover each of those if you want more information on specific programs. But the key is that the exercises in those programs should focus on what I call the big movers. These are the staple movements that have built physiques for generations. These are the lifts that will not only drive 80% of your progress, but they are also the most time efficient. We're talking about your squats, your presses, your rows, your dumbbell work, or any other machine that mimics those movements. Those fancy isolation and single arm exercises that you see all over the internet, I call them luxury movements. They're not bad, they just waste more time than they need to, and we're trying to throw out anything that makes your goal harder. The object is to move to your goal in a straight line and cut out anything that gets in the way of that. And those types of exercises, they waste a lot of time. So stick to the big movers and sprinkle in isolation wherever you need it. But the object here at the end of the day with training is push hard, train close to failure, and get stronger. If you do all three of those things, you will grow. Step 5, I can go over this quickly, but it is very important. This is where your return on investment happens, and that is your recovery and sleep. Every hour of quality sleep, every stress-reducing walk, every rest day that you take seriously, they all pay you back in muscle growth. Especially if you're a busy person, this is not optional. It's actually usually the number one thing holding you back. So aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. If your job or your life prohibits that, then at least have a standard sleep structure. And finally, step 6 is patience. You need to think of your progress like compound interest. Consistency and time multiplies your results. And that's how real, natural, lasting physiques are built. So your blueprint goes something like this. You have to pick your North Star goal. You have to remember your 3 tools for nutrition, follow your progress compass, skip the luxury movements, do the big movers, lock in your recovery, that's your return on investment, and trust in time and consistency. That's it. Copy this blueprint and your goals will get a whole lot simpler. All right, guys, if you want more content catered towards real world people, then go ahead and subscribe. Get off of YouTube, go apply this to your lives, and remember, let's grow no matter your circumstances. Peace out, guys.